Everyone to this little dinner tonight. To the wedding party, we just met you. As parents, we've seen The Hangover and we've seen Bridesmaids. Your job is to get them to the wedding on time, relatively sober, no new tattoos, so that you can see that are visible. And then to Althea's family, we want to welcome them as well. We've gotten to know her parents, Bob and Laura. We came here last year and we shared Thanksgiving and some good meals and some concerts and actually a lot of good times. And Ron and Charlotte, her aunt and uncle, are sort of part of our posse.
Yeah.
But yeah, you bet. And then to my family, the rehearsal dinner is a little bit larger, but some people came all the way from the East Coast to the West Coast, better known as the right coast to the left coast,
right.
or the wrong coast to the left coast. But they're here, and some of them traveled pretty far. Actually, we're still expecting one of them who's lost at an airport somewhere, Derek, but hopefully he'll show up tonight. And then we have my brother Warren from Winston-Salem, and Ann and his family, and Jim and Melissa from California. It's really just really good to see you all tonight. If Holly and I were going to say one thing, and we've been having adventures for 40 years or more now, is that the best adventure we had was having Dougal and Elena as our children. They've tied us into new things. We wouldn't be here tonight without Dougal and Elena's hard work, staying alive, going to college. And now we're going to get a daughter-in-law, but a daughter into our family, and Bob and Laura will have a new son in a way. Althea comes without, I think of them as the D's, diapers. We didn't have to go through that. Dating, dentists, driving, all those tough things. And there's probably more of them if you're into dieting than dieting. But it's really great. Right now, Dougal and Althea are already a bit of a team. They bought a house together. They're raising their teenage dog Franklin together. They've joined Filth and Fury, which is a pretty scary name for their bike club. But they become Timbers fans. It's really interesting to see them already operating as a team, and that's really the key word. And I shouldn't leave out that one of the most important people that travel from the East Coast is Dougal's grandfather, Chuck Harrington. When I first met Chuck, he was from Buffalo and I was from New York, and there's a big difference, more than miles between that. Chuck was a big Buffalo Bills fan and I was a New York Jets fan, and Buffalo Bills had O.J. Simpson. We didn't know who he was at the time. We had Joe Namath, Broadway Joe. And I remember flying into, Holly and I, we were young, that's why we look so young now, haven't had children, but we're in our early 20s, and I flew into Buffalo to kind of, we were going to seal the deal. We decided we'd get married, and Chuck sort of knew about this ahead of time, and we'd had all these discussions or arguments about football, not really, but they were there. And Chuck took me aside right away, and I knew he knew it was up, and he says, okay, here's the deal. You can have Holly, but you need to raise your first child as a Buffalo Bills fan. But I saw the bottle of champagne behind his back, but I went along with it. And then Dougal became a big Buffalo Bills fan. No. And if you know Dougal, he's channeling it into the Timbers now. The Timbers Army. Anyway, I want to make a little toast to them. It's simple. I wish them just many years of happiness together. Yes. Here's to them. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
There's going to be dessert in a while.
Well said, Bill. Good job, Bill.
That's a lie, but I had to make up something funny. And I did get the daughter, so.